have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat, to the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up.
Alright, today we're going to answer the question, can you beat Morrowind while playing as Nazeem? We'll be playing as a red guard, obviously. In this Kalpa, Nazeem has a bit more hair, and he absolutely prizes that hair too, so as long as we can help it, we won't be wearing any helmets. According to the UASP, Nazeem is a citizen class in Skyrim and has these skills. Most of the skills have clear counterparts. For one-handed, I went for Longblade and Shortblade since Red Guards have always been associated with swordsmanship throughout the series. I gave him the personality and luck attributes as well. I thought it would be more interesting in something more basic like strength and endurance. I do also think it'll help us utilize the old Nazeem charm. Finally, for the birth sign, I went for the lady. This will help us double down on our personality. The endurance boost will definitely help as well. I actually really like this build. It's like a lightly armored warrior focused a bit more on agility and speed rather than strength. Before leaving the Census and Excise office, Celis Gravius hands us a package for one Cassius Casades and asks us to deliver it. With not much else to do, we make our way to the Salt Strider and head to Balmora. Balmora. The least racist settlement in Vardenfell. Probably. Cassius, we finally found you By Asura, he's jacked! Not even half a day on this island, and we're getting mocked by a drug fiend. Worst yet, he makes us get a job. Our sugar daddy gave us an allowance, so before we need to start earning our keep, we're gonna buy a set of armor and a sword. It's a silver sword too, in case you run into any undead. But before we start, let's make a stop at Nilkaria's and attempt to put that Nazeem charm to good use. Okay, I know it looks bad, but the ladies always come crawling back to Nazeem, don't you worry. First thing Caius wants is information from one Hazfat and Ebolas. We make our way to the Fighters Guild and interrupt these two lovebirds. Ebolas does have the information Caius needs, but will only give it to us if we bring him an artifact from a nearby Dwemer ruin. As we make it to the ruins, we get into our first fight. Stop it. Dude, seriously, stop. Jesus Christ, is that what every wizard is going to be like to fight? After climbing on the bridge wizard, we make our way into the ruins and find it's been overrun by some sort of bandit gang. For some reason, only like one of them actually has armor, so it's a bit of a cakewalk. We find the box we were sent after and recall out of there. It's a shame the Empire is about to outlaw teleportation magic because man, this is nice. A quick detour wouldn't hurt anyone. See, I told you she'd crawl back. We give Hazfat his box and he starts yapping about some sixth house, whatever that's supposed to mean. We return the notes to Caius, but before we could leave, he tells us about another job we have to do for him. Something tells me this is going to go on for a while, isn't it? We need to ask Sharn for information regarding some Nazeem Marine fella, whoever that is. Before she'll tell us anything though, we need to steal some bones from a spooky crypt. You know, it is a bit suspicious that we're being sent on this hush-hush mission to steal a skull for a witch in a world with necromancy magic. Whatever. Back to Seydanine. According to Sharn Gograbby, the tomb should be somewhere around... What's that music? Oh god, it's a Is it over? God, that better not happen again. We head back to the Balmora Mages Guild and hand the skull over to Sharn Giamatti. Maybe she'll just use it as a paperweight. We return to Big Caius with her information. Alright Caius, it's sure been fun. Have a good rest of your short, drug-addled life. Oh, come on. All we gotta do is track down 3 informants. Surely this won't be too bad. Look, I swear he had it coming. The first of the 3 informants we meet is Hulia, a Morag Tong assassin. Unfortunately, he won't talk to us here because he's being harassed by a group of thugs. If we want his information, we need to escort him to his friend Jabessi's bookstore. With a little bit of the old Nazeem charm, we managed to convince the thugs to let Hulia go. Isn't it a little weird that Daddy Caius is in contact with an assassin? Whatever, no judgment here. Kind of makes him sexier the more I think about it, actually. Once we make it across the canton, Julia gives us notes on the Nazeem cult. Man, who thought it would be a good idea to build an entire city of near-identical structures? I genuinely believe this segment of the main quest is a huge deterrent for new players to continue the game. It honestly took me a while before I figured out how to navigate this place. I feel like it's mostly because it's not very well explained how the city is structured. It also doesn't help that in the base game, the fog is so heavy that you can't get a good look at the canton side by side. We find the second informant in the Temple Canton. Mero Milo seems worried about being seen by the Ordinators while talking, so we'll walk 10 paces and talk while in full view of them. Mero tells us that all the information we need is in the book Progress of Truth, and to return to Caius with the book. Unfortunately, she tells us that the book is outlawed and that copies of the book in the temple library are heavily guarded. It may be easier to find a copy of the book from a less law-abiding seller. Luckily, we happen to know just the place, don't worry. Finally, we need to search the St. Holmes Canton for one Adheronir, a Thieves' Gold operative, who may have more information on the Sixth House. After scouring the canton, we find her hiding in the sewers beneath the wasteworks. She'll tell us what she knows, but only if we deal with the Census and Excise agent who's searching for her. We find the agent pretty fast and prepare to put the old Nazeem charm. Oh, never mind. He just folded under literally no pressure. Dog, you just met me. Why do you believe any of what I just said? Adheronir is relieved that we got the agent off her tail and tells us about a ring of smugglers who just started working for the Sixth House, although no one is sure what exactly they're smuggling. After gathering as much information as we can, we make our way back to Caius. Please don't give us more work, please don't give us more work, please don't give us more work. Damn it. Caius is looking for information on the Ashlander tribes and what they know about the Nazeem cult. We need to talk to Hasur Zain-Zubani, an Ashlander turned trader who is staying in Aldruin. Ashlanders are known for their gift-giving traditions, so he slipped us a few bones to buy Hasura a nice present. It's common knowledge the name Aldruin translates to Old Home, but it could also technically translate to Elderhearth, and I think that sounds way cooler, to be honest. We find Hasur in the Ald Scar Inn. He confirms that Ashlanders greatly value gift-giving and extorts us for a gift before he'll tell us anything else. We go to the local bookstore, charm the shopkeeper, buy the book, and return to Hasur. He gives us even more notes, not reading that, and we once again return to Big Daddy Casati's. Alright, that's it. No more. I am done. Now if you'll excuse me, What do you mean I'm the Nazeem? Caius drops that the Emperor sent us to Vardenfell to fulfill the prophecies of the Nazeem. Caius wants us to travel through the Ashlands to the Urshalaku camp to meet the leaders of the Nazeem cult. What better way to spend our afternoon than hiking through a literal ash storm? You know, I know this game is generally played up and memed for laughs nowadays, but every once in a while I just get reminded how beautiful this game really is. Like it or not, but this game's atmosphere is absolutely gorgeous. And no, the irony isn't lost on me that this playthrough was done using a visual mod, but still, you get my point. Even if you aren't a fan of Bethesda, or RPGs, or even dice roll combat mechanics, I'm telling you, give this game a shot. Even if it's only for the environmental visuals. What the hell is that noise? What is... Get away from me! Back! Back, foul beast! Man, everyone here hates me. Hey, you! $200 says I get to speak with a big guy. As a dirty Inwa from the Cloud District, we can't immediately become a clan friend of the Urshalaku, not without passing an initiation rite. We are told to enter the tribal burial grounds of the Urshalaku and retrieve an ancient bow from Sul-Matul's ancestor, Sul-Sinapul. Travel north to the sea, east to the Rockharn, straight southward, look for a What's that? Wait. No, please. Not a... Is it over? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where Sul-Matul gets it. Definitely the same nose, for sure. We return to the Ashcan and our named clan friend. With our newfound status, we make our way to the wise woman of the tribe and our new mentor, Nabani Mesa. She tells us that we are not the Nazeem, but we may become one. She orders us to find a set of lost prophecies and send us on our way. I get the feeling that we'll need to come back here several times, so we set our mark before returning to Big Daddy Caius, Sugar Casati's. Caius jumps straight to the point and warns us how dangerous our next mission will be. A Legion patrol was massacred in a 6th house base, and it's up to us to get some vengeance. We need to meet Reza Palia in Fort Buckmoth to learn more about our mission.
Hello, citizens.
Meeting with Reza Palia, she informs us that the 6th house base is hidden in a cavern near Narmak named Ilunibi. Of the original Legion that found the base, only one member made it out alive. However, afflicted with corpus, the man died while falling into madness. Wait, so they want us to go by ourselves? I mean, we've proven ourselves a competent fighter by this point, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't change the fact that an entire legion was slaughtered. This plan is ill-advised at best and downright lunacy at worst. But we're no coward, so we make our way to Illunubi. I'm starting to think that the Massacred Legion wasn't so much a showcase of the 6th house strength, and more of a showcase of the Legion's incompetency. For a game that has pretty defined boss battles, the adrenaline rush power is comically powerful. Ah, nards. Hey, on the bright side, we did find some shoes and this really powerful set of gauntlets. We'll be using these for most of the rest of the game. While we were gone, Caius found some information on the lost prophecies Nabani Mesa was looking for. Unfortunately, that'll have to wait as we need to deal with our corpus. Luckily, Caius knows of an ancient Telvanni wizard named Devate Fear, who studies the divine disease and may be able to cure us. We take a dip off the eastern coast and head towards Telfir. Fun fact, all Devate Fear's assistants that he refers to as his daughters, yeah, those are actually female clones of himself. Man, the Telvanni are super weird. Devate tells us that he has made a potion that may cure us of our corpus. First, we must retrieve an artifact from one of his afflicted patients in the corpusarium so we can relish in what we may become, if the cure fails, of course. Okay, hear me out. Hazy Maze Cave? No? Just me? This guy seems familiar, I just can't quite put my finger on it. By some miracle, most likely Azura's odd sense of humor, Devate's potion works. Although it doesn't cure us of corpus, it only removes the symptoms. Leaving only the benevolent effects of the disease, we are now immune to disease and aging without the whole turning us into a horrific monster unable to speak or think. You know, we're starting to actually enjoy the adventures Caius sends us on. I wonder what he's got next for us. You can't be serious. You know what? We've come this far, and we're gonna finish this. If not for the people of Ardenfell, but for Big Sugar Caius Daddy Hakasadis. Our next step in finding the lost prophecies is to meet back with Mero Malo. We're reminded of Mero's code word Amaya and the off chance that she needs to alert us of danger. I'm starting to think the underlying theme of this game isn't predeterminism, but rather coincidences just happen, man. The coded message Mero left for us tells us to rescue her from imprisonment in the Ministry of Truth. To rescue Mero, we need to employ the top-notch stealth and subterfuge. We sneak through the Ministry, avoiding the Ordinators, and find Mero's cell. One for you, one for me. Mero told us a secret phrase to use at the docks of Ebonheart to grant us passage to the Halloween Monastery, the home of the Ascendant Priests. We enter the monastery, and Gilbus hands us the lost prophecies. He also gives us notes on one Dagoth Not reading that. Good thing we left that mark. Nabani Mesa reviews the lost prophecies and outlines 7 trials for us to pass in order to be named Nazeem. Coincidentally, we have already passed the first 2 trials during our adventure, so Nabani sends us to Sul Matul to learn about the 3rd. Before Sul Matul will tell us about the 3rd trial, he decides to test our mettle one more time. He tells us about a 6th house base named Kagaroon that he and some others had plundered before. In order to prove our worth, we'll need to return with a 6th house cup, some corpus sweepings, and the shadow shield. We make our way towards Kagaroon, ready to... You cannot be serious. only did we find all 3 pieces of evidence that Sulmatul required, but we also walk out with some improved armor and an ebony short sword, a welcome replacement. We return to Sulmatul with the proofs in hand to learn about the 3rd trial. The trial is to find the Cavern of the Incarnate and Azurin's Shrine. He gives us a riddle, and it's up to us to find the cavern from there. Hey Siri, where is the Cavern of the Incarnate in the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind? After asking around the Urshalaku camp and searching through the Ashlands, we find the Cavern of the Incarnate.
Nerevar reborn, incarnate. Your first 3 trials are finished. Now 2 new trials lie before you. Seek the Ashlander Ashcans and the Great House Councillors. 4 tribes must name you Nerevarine. 3 houses must name you Hortator. My servant, Nabane Mesa, shall be your guide. And when you are Hortator and Nerevarine, when you have stood before the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, heal my people and restore Morrowind. Do this for me, and with my blessing.
Yeah, this ring is cool and all, but this pair of pants? Yeah, this pair of pants is going to go the distance. We leave the cavern and set out to be named Hortator of each great house and complete the 4th trial. Oh hey, about time. We're running the mod that delays the Dark Brotherhood attack until level 6. I'm not used to that happening so late into the run. Okay, what the fuck? Look, if you've played through Morrowind before, you know that the 4th trial can be a bit tedious. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic in its own ways, and really adds a lot of depth to the story. It's just, if you're doing this portion of the main quest on a 3rd or even just 2nd playthrough, it honestly kinda sucks. So... Brown Book. Talk to Nelith, give him money. Talk to Thorena, listen for way too long. Talk to Dratha, Nazeem charm. Talk to Arian, oop, we gotta kill Grothan. Kill Grothan. Bam, Televani Hortator. We meet with the Leno Dwarven, get the Yellow Book. Go to Crassia's, give him 500 gold. Check the Spooky Manor, talk to Drenbarrow. Meet Inling, give him 1,000 gold. Find Orvis Dren, tell him he stinks. Scare Valanda and Nirvana so they vote for us. Bam Halahu Hortator. Red Book. Talk to Zarethi. Oh no, his son's been kidnapped. Rescue the son. Talk to Erebor, Lethloy, Ramaran, Morvain. Talk to Bolvin, Venom. He wants to kill us. Go all the way to Vivek. Fight Venom to the death. Adrenaline Rush OP. Bam Renderin Hortator. Yeah, we're doing the same thing for the 5th trial. Go to Erebenimsum, kill everyone. Go to Zanebob, kill a vampire. Buy a slave. New wife for Kalshot. Go to Emusa, interrupt gang war. New home for Emusa. Return to Sulmatul. Bam Nazeem Marine of the 4 Ashlander tribe. After completing the 4th and 5th trials, Nabani Nesa tells us that the Archcanon of the Tribunal Temple wants to set up a meeting between us and the god Vivek. Serena gives us the key to Vivek's house and we meet with him. Wow, Vivek, you're looking good. Have you been moisturizing? Vivek gives us a Wraithguard, a defensive powerhouse that'll be replacing our right gauntlet, and tells us to enter Red Mountain and find Kagranak's tools, Sonder and Canning. With them, we may end Dagoth-Ur and his plans to construct Akulakan. With the plans to defeat Dagoth-Ur in hand, not reading that, we leave Vivek and make our way to Red Mountain. Alright, this is it, the end of our quest. Either we die another failed incarnate of the Nazeem Marine, or stop the 6th house. The visual mods we've used this entire run have really brought some life to the game, but wow, I've gotta say, I wish they had toned down the visual hindrances of Red Mountain. This is borderline obnoxious. Come on, I was right there. Side note, I love how Kagranak's tools are done. It would have been easy to make them single-use artifacts only used for the final part of the main story. Instead, Bethesda made them powerful pieces of equipment, excellent rewards for completing the main quest. To be honest, I should have expected this. We make our way to the center of Red Mountain and turn the Dwarven crank and enter the final dungeon of the game.
Come, Nerevar, friend or traitor, come. Come and look upon the heart and of Kulakan. Come to the Heart Chamber. I wait for you there where we last met countless ages ago. Come to me through fire and war. I welcome. Welcome, Moon and Star. I have prepared a place for you. Come, bring Wraithguard to the Heart Chamber. Together let us free the cursed false gods. Welcome, Nerevar. Together we shall shall speak for the law and the land, and shall drive the mongrel dogs of the Empire from Morrowind. Is this how we honor the sixth house, tribe unborn? Come to me open, and not by stealth. Welcome, Moon and Star, to this place where destiny is made. What a fool you are. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. You stop this.
Sir, they've hit the second Numidium.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
You no longer bear the burden of prophecy. You have achieved your destiny. You are free. The doomed Duima's folly, Lord Dagoth's temptation, the tribunal's seduction, the god's heart freed, the prophecy fulfilled. All fate sealed and sins redeemed. If you have pity, mourn the lost, but let the weeping cease. The blight is gone, and the sun's golden honey gilds the land. Hail, Savior, Hortator, and Nerevarine. Your people look to you for protection. Monster and villains, great and small, still threaten the people of Vardenfell. Enemies and evils abound, yet indomitable will might rid Morrowind of all its ills. For you, our thanks and blessing, our gift and token given. Come, take this thing from the hand of God.
Ooh, shiny.